Hey shooters, Bob Main from the Handgun World podcast. This video I want to talk a little bit about appendix carry. Specifically, I want to talk about some of the secrets of appendix carry that I learned about a month ago taking a class by Spencer Keepers, who I think is one of the best instructors on appendix carry out there today. So Spencer, if you're watching this video, I hope I do you justice because it was a very good class. Appendix carry is kind of misunderstood. You hear a lot of this stuff about, oh, don't do that, you're going to shoot your junk off, you're going to shoot yourself in the femoral artery and blah, 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 blah. First of all, if somebody does that, they're untrained. And, you know, it's kind of an oxymoron to say that somebody that's untrained is safe, because usually if they're untrained, they're not safe. So this kind of mode, or this kind of carry mode, takes some training. That's what I want to try to do with this video, is cover some things that you need to understand about appendix carry. First of all, for those of you who might not know what appendix carry is, it's carrying right here in the appendix position, and I got a Glock 19 blue gun, but it's a Glock 19 in a Spencer Keepers holster. One of the secrets that a lot of people say about appendix carry is everything, including your gun and your spare magazine, are in front of your hips. Some people feel, and there's an argument about this, but some people feel that in a combative situation, you can use your hands to help protect your gun, to keep the bad guy from getting your gun. And if you're trained in this, it does help. Versus back here, it can be sometimes a problem. The other thing is the quick draw. Okay, that's a fast draw, and I think it's a little bit faster than reaching behind here. Think about it. The less amount of real estate that your gun has to cover to get on target, the better off that you're going to be. I can shoot from this position. And those of you that carry behind the hip, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with carrying behind the hip, but this is to talk about some of the goals of appendix carry and the advantages. This is not a keeper's holster. I don't want to take my keeper's holster off, but this is a holster that's relatively similar. One of the great things about Spencer's holsters are foam wedges, and he allows you to put a foam wedge at the bottom of the holster. Now what that does is that brings the gun into your body a little more, so it aids in concealment. One of the problems with appendix carry is if people are not using the right holster, the gun does this. It starts to go out like that, and it prints badly, and it's pretty obvious what you got. If you have the right holster and you have the right belt, this is a Wilderness tactical belt, it helps keep it close into your body. So this foam wedge is one of the key features of Spencer's holsters. He also makes the top of his holster, he makes the mouth so that it also brings the gun in closer to your body. By keeping everything in front of your hip and your spare magazine, it also helps in reloads as well. It makes it a little bit faster to reload, I think, and if you notice, I carry my spare magazine in a horizontal mag carrier. Okay, I like to keep everything in front. Now, I've had a little too many tacos lately, but if I eat a few less tacos and maybe get rid of 15 or 20, then it makes appendix carry even more effective. But if you look up Spencer Keepers, and again, no offense to Mr. Keepers, you're a great guy, he's not exactly a flat stomach. So a lot of people say, well, you know, I can't appendix carry because I got too much up here. Well, I got a little bit up here too. With the right holster, with the right belt, just about anybody, if you want to, you can appendix carry. It's all a matter of your holster selection, your belt selection, and the tension on your belt. The other thing is, I always bring my belt buckle over here to the side. I don't put my belt buckle in the front. Why? It gets in the way. It gets in the way of the gun. It gets in the way of the magazine. The other thing is, on a Wilderness tactical belt, the stiff part of the belt, I want to have that right here to hold the gun in as best as I can and hold it closer to my body. So those are some of the keys that I wanted to talk about. I'm going to go a little bit more in depth for those of you who are members of our Shooters Club, but a lot of people criticize appendix carry, and the people who criticize it, I think, don't understand it. I took a 4-hour class that Spencer Keepers taught at the tactical conference, the Range Master Tactical Conference, about a month ago in March of 2017. And I was an appendix carrier before I took that class, but Spencer's class really opened my eyes. And the last thing that I want to talk about is this myth about you're going to shoot yourself in the femoral artery. Okay, once I get done And when I reholster, that's the most dangerous part of appendix carry. One of the techniques that Spencer teaches is this. When you reholster, you roll your pelvic area out. You carefully look the pistol back into the holster, and if you do it right, at no time did that muzzle point at my femoral artery. As a matter of fact, that muzzle is pointed straight down this way. Am I going to shoot my junk off? Only if I put my finger in the trigger and I'm careless. Finger straight and off the trigger. Indexed, I like to index it on the ejection port. Keep a full grip on the pistol. None of this palming business. Okay, that's not safe. Keep a firing grip on the pistol. Finger straight and off the trigger. Look the pistol in. Lean back. And put it back into the holster. I see a lot of people that carry behind the hip reholstering like this. Okay, what's wrong with that picture? And a lot of people get into that bad habit. The other thing about reholstering appendix carry, it's not a race. There's no contest to get back into the speed contest, to get back into the holster. Look the pistol in just like that. You're not going to shoot your junk off. You're not going to shoot yourself in the femoral artery. Thanks for watching.